I've already told you. Same like in Palestine as well. You're like,
yeah, you know this is happening.
You know this is happening. How much do you have to? You'd be so disheartened and be like, cool, another school's bombed. Maybe this is going to change things. No.
Also, oh, here we go. Here we go. We got the same news from Ukraine. So Israel doesn't have the monopoly on killing journalists, okay?
Yep.
They do it a lot. They might be the best in the world, but other people are doing it too. So Russia was shelling a hotel in Kramatorsk.
Where's Kramatorsk?
I think it's somewhere in the east. That's the only place they are. We're in Ukraine.
Oh, yeah, east.
So it's right on the edge of where their lines are. Yeah, they were shelling a hotel. Bloody killed a journalist. Well, 2 journalists injured, and the safety advisor killed, which, to be fair, that is his job.
What?
It's like the person who tastes the food to make sure it's not poison. He's the guy who's there to make sure everyone's safe.
And he was like, unsafe.
He tasted the missile first.
Yeah, he was like, this isn't going to work. Everyone, get out of here.
Get out of here. I'll take it.
This is not safe.
That's horrible.
No, it's fucking
but
insane.
it's also interesting because, like, I usually thought that the passive voice was saved for reporting on Israel. You know, whenever Israel kills a journalist, they're just like, oh, someone had died following this event that might be related, might not be. But to be fair, they're kind of doing it for Russia here, right? 2 journalists injured in Ukraine's Kramatorsk. Like, they don't actually say that Russia did it.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a... It's not a universal trend, though.
The passive voice for Israel.
The passive voice. No. For Israel, I'm saying it is. But I'm saying if, let's say, Hamas killed someone.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't say
no.
October 7th. A bunch of festival goers all simultaneously died.
No, the hotel was hit by a Russian
Iskander missile. Right. I mean, maybe they're reporting it like that because it's not confirmed who did it. But I don't know. Zelensky said it was hit by this specific kind of missile. I heard another news that say Russia was shelling the building. Yeah, I don't know.
What's so strange is because obviously with Israel and Palestine, like Israel is so much stronger, right? And is completely crushing Palestine.
Yeah.
And it's like, in their eyes, they, like you said, they want to slaughter everyone and take it back. They can see that as a possibility. Like it is actually a possibility. Yeah. They're going to kill everyone. It is not, right? This is not going to happen. So I don't understand.
Yeah, Russia can't like empty Ukraine.
No. So what, instead they're just going to keep this going until what, they just run out of people also, Ukraine runs out of people? Like,
you could argue some kind of like, I mean, in international law, I think genocide is pretty broad. And like, people can make the case that what Russia's doing is genocide, but it's just like on quite a different level. Like I think the Russian kind of, a lot of the kind of ideological narratives around it are like Ukrainians are actually Russians.
Yeah.
And like that's a form of genocide in that you're wiping out a culture.
Yeah.
The Israelis, though, on the other hand, are like Palestinians are inhuman. Like they actually just need to die. They're not like Palestinians are Jews.
Yeah. But there's also a different rhetoric in the way Putin talks about it, is that like he still like says that he has a very clear like strategic plan of like I don't know if he still says it's a special military operation, but it's like that is a big part of it. And then all denial of killing civilians is a big part of
that. But I mean, Israel's pretty similar because I think ostensibly their strategic goal is to get rid of Hamas. Yeah, it's fucked. You're just bombing a hotel. Like, yeah.
I think a big part of the civilian deaths that happen is like, could be completely wrong about this, but I think if you just militarize a extremely large, portion
civilian
of
area.
men, of men, and you put them in an area, obviously war is going to bring out the absolute worst in people. They've been radicalized by killing people. They've seen their friends die as well, all these people next to them. People are just going to start killing indiscriminately. Like that is inevitable and
also when war starts, like even people who weren't radicalized by the war, but just like the worst elements that already exist in society are going to get platformed.
Yeah, exactly.
So like all the like freakiest, most violent people are going to find their time to shine. It's like finally society looks the way I want it to look.
Yeah, exactly. It's so bad that we're doing all these serious articles and look at the ad. All men should try this. Stop scrolling. Start chair workout.
Sorry, why was I reading that in unison with you? You started reading it. I'm like, I have to do the
Your
same.
voice, you were so similar. I didn't even realize you were reading with me. You were reading with me? Were you?
Hi. Ah, you gotta do longer ones.
That was good.
That's all. Can we try that again?
No.
In the village of Racket 1.
I'm so amazed and happy that news will keep reporting on it. Like if I was reporting on this as a journalist, you'd be like, I've already told you. Same like in Palestine as well. You're like,
yeah, you know this is happening.
You know this is happening. How much do you have to? You'd be so disheartened and be like, cool, another school's bombed. Maybe this is going to change things. No.
But also imagine being a reporter on the ground in one of these places, or like let's say you're in Palestine where they're killing journalists at a much higher rate, and like you're reporting the same story every single day, but also you're going to die at any moment. It's like
fucked.
We're streaming. We've been streaming for 3 weeks, and I already feel like I'm like fuck. We've already said this fucking story. We've done this a million times.
Juicy Springsteen said journalists are so brave.
Yeah,
it's brave,
we are,
but it's
aren't
also
we? You're right.
Us look where we are in Donbass, reporting on the news. It's brave, but also I think it becomes like at a certain point, like not suicidal, but like a kamikaze thing where you're like you give up
if you're like a war zone person.
Person.
I mean, I think that's really admirable that someone's doing it.
Yeah,
so obviously the people,
crazy.
the only other people there can't give the story because they're doing the killing.
They're doing the killing. I mean, the good thing about it is that at least civilians, until you cut off all their internet, have access to mobile phones. But that happens. People can't charge their phones.
We were talking about it last week. There was this doco that was made by like an independent reporter, civilian in Gaza, which was just like, my name's, I forgot what her name was, like I'm in from Gaza and I'm still alive. And it's just like a compilation of all this like amazing footage that she took during the thing of like escaping places. It's kind of similar to your Mariupol documentary.
Yeah, well.
But it made it into a film festival in America, and immediately all these
Bisan.
all these celebrities. Oh, Bisan. Yeah. All these celebrities, fucking Deborah Messing and all these other people were just like getting a petition to get them pulled from the film festivals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same as the Mariupol one, 20 Days of Mariupol, but that won awards and won Sundance Festival.
It just depends what side of geopolitics the movie's coming out in. From the Emmys, yeah. They tried to get them from the Emmys. Deborah Messing is crazy.
What did you say it's called? Hashtag I'm still alive?
Yeah, it's Bisan from Gaza, I'm still alive or something.
Oh, okay. I thought you remember that zombie movie you watched? Hashtag I'm still alive.
Hashtag alive.
Hashtag alive.
Great. Korean cinema. Fake Korean cinema, but...
Oh god, the Mariupol one killed me. Yeah, it was pretty fucked. But it's like they're all bad. It's just how close someone can get with a camera. And it's like the Mariupol one showed kids dying. It's happening in Gaza.
Yeah.
It's like there's just no proper camera crew there to film it. Or there is and they're not distributing it. So it's but it's so common. It's weird with the Russian propaganda though. It's quite lazy in that when you see it, it's like there is stuff that is unimaginably hard to recreate, like a whole entire hospital that's blown up.
Yeah. That's stuff. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant a Russian state propaganda about the war in Ukraine.
Oh, no. I was talking about them saying that, no, the Ukrainians are actors. They've hired pregnant women to get their stomachs cut open and stuff like that.
It's the same shit here.
It's exactly the same. Which one were you talking about?
Actual like Russian propaganda about the Ukraine war.
Oh, yep.
One of them was so well done, but it was just like, I don't really understand the purpose because it just made the whole thing seem...
Oh, you're talking about the one where the boy gets killed straight away?
No, there's another one where it's like, it's meant to be funny, but it's just way too fucking brutal to make it funny at all. It's
the one on the train?
No, it's a guy, and it looks like a...
Can you just show it?
I could never find it. It's really hard. Let's see if we can find it.
The babushka one? I don't know what the babushka one is.
So I can't find the video, but I can explain it. It's like... It's a really well-crafted comedy gag, but because it's about the war and it's meant to be anti-Ukrainian, it's just like so bafflingly painful to watch. Yeah, so there's a guy in a military uniform.
Yep.
And his family's there. And he's like, don't worry, son, like everything will be okay. And he goes to his dad, he's like, it'll be great, like it'll be fine. And he's like, as you can see, like he's part of the Ukrainian military.
Yep. And
like he's saying goodbye to his family. And then he finally says goodbye to like his girlfriend or whatever. And then and he's like, okay. Now get on the truck, and they all get conscripted, and they all go up there. It's like an old man in a wheelchair and this thing, and it's kind of just like making fun of conscription. And then there's like this Ukrainian nationalist anthem that's playing while they're all just in this army truck getting like pulled off. And it's
wait, that's a Russian ad?
Yeah,
but Russia's forcing people to go to war as well. What are you talking about?
It's so fucked, and it's also just one of those things. It's just like I don't understand like what kind of own this is because like You've invaded this country.
Yeah, exactly.
You've like they wouldn't be getting conscripted if you weren't fucking in there. Like
you forced the grandma, the baba, to fight against you.
And it's a fucking I don't know. I felt fucking empty after I watched that. It was disgusting.
It's fucking
but it's very well done. Kind of like better than this.
Sounds like it sounds like a good twist. Like even when you were telling the story, I was like, "What's going to happen?"
I saw you getting into it. I was like, "We got you.
We got you." And then someone said, "Welcome back, Alex. Thank you. Glad to be back." I did actually miss streaming a little bit.
Yeah,
didn't expect it, but I did.
Lucas is going to be really angry.
He can still come in. We haven't killed him, have we? Did we kill him? Did you kill him?
I think I killed him.
You killed him. Well, Lucas is gone.
Order some lunch soon. I might order some.
I
lunch
already
later.
ate some lunch.
You don't want any food?